for, right?
Amen. Amen. Okay. Well, this is so exciting. First of all, to have some of you beautiful ladies together, and also to just welcome my friend Gail. Gail and I have been connected for several years. We started out in Pedro Adeo's 100X community, and we just got to be fast friends. I love everything about her. She's doing amazing things. And I just want to introduce Gail to you. So, Gail Root is a kingdom business coach for women of faith who are called to lead in direct sales and network marketing. She helps leaders create and grow a business and a team that honors God and attracts others who want to do the same. Her signature programs, membership group, podcast, and coaching app all are dedicated to awakening her clients to biblical truths in their life and business. God called Gail to fully retire from the industry after decades there so that she could stay and serve his daughters with him as a coach. The Lord has given Gail and many other powerful insights into the enemy's work inside direct sales and network marketing, and how he's calling his daughters to rise up and take back this industry for his glory. Over years in the industry, she led a direct sales team to $1 million in sales annually and earned multiple six figures. She was a national conference trainer, recruiter, and coach for her company. She doesn't want you to know these things to impress you, but to impress upon you that she has lived it and she gets it. I love that. Today, she loves watching women awaken to the truth that direct sales and network marketing were founded on biblical truths. They go from looking at their business as a little side hustle to understanding their business is a ministry in the marketplace, and they rise up. They become so passionate about their purpose that they invite women into joy and ease into their community. Oh, goodness, that is amazing.
I
So,
said, cut it wherever you want.
no,
She didn't.
not a word.
Oh, so good.
I don't want to cut a word. No, it's we love learning about you. I think it lends a lot of credibility, but also just as being a kingdom woman, you know what we're dealing with also now as women in coaching. And for myself as well as a lot of these ladies, we're like, okay, this is exciting, this is fun, but like, how on earth do we do this without confusing ourselves, without confusing our audience? And so when I was having this conversation with Gail, she so graciously was like, well, oh my gosh, I love this conversation. I would love to do a training. So we are so thrilled that you are here because, yeah, teach us your ways. We want to learn.
Well, thank you, Carrie. And yeah, it's so interesting how God moves and what he does and how he brings collaborations and connections. So I first want to just pray, and then I've got some little notes here, but we're just going to trust he's going to just take us where we go, right? And then I want to, my hope is that I'll just really be like maybe 15, 20 minutes, because I'd like to leave some space for you guys to be like, wait a minute, I have a question. Okay. And not that I necessarily will have the answer, but we can seek him and pray about it and find it out, right? Okay. Jesus, thank you so much for this time. Thank you for Carrie. Thank you for her heart. Thank you for these women that you are, and one, called them to coaching, but also called them into this industry, Lord. Help them to just, please speak through me. Help them to just see and hear new things that are going to create shifts in them, that are going to help them maybe get some little blocks out of their wheel so that they can just start moving into what you've called them to, Lord. I just see just such an exciting moment for Carrie and all of her team. I just see this thing about to explode. And I just hope that whatever you need for them to hear, Lord, today, please just speak it through me in your precious name. Amen. All right.
Amen.
So first of all, congratulations. You are in network marketing. You're a coach and you're in network marketing, from what I understand. I know some of you might be like, yeah, we don't know if we're supposed to be saying congratulations. So first thing is, I love Carrie. You love Carrie. And don't you love how God does that? What I want you to hear for a moment and feel for a moment is that is exactly what your people are going to be saying. We just wanted to follow Joanna. We just wanted to follow Laura. We're just coming. We don't really even know what's going on. We're just coming, right? So just know that, in the kingdom like that, he creates these magnetic drawing moments. Okay. And so I really want to congratulate you, because I was blown away when Carrie was talking about the power of your upline and your upline's upline. I've met Christine Murray. I call her Christine Murray because of her Facebook name. But I love her. I have not met the upline, her upline, but Carrie has just spoken so highly of her. It just sounds like you guys are in, oh, look, I put one earring in and not the other. It sounds like you guys are so in a beautiful, beautiful place. Now, there are a lot of network marketing companies out there, a lot of wellness network marketing companies out there, but they're not all led by biblical women. Really, so you're so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. And very interesting fact, and you can find this, but in the world of coaching, so right now they say that most people are sort of, no, we are in coaching, right? So we're very familiar. We know, how many of you know a health coach? How many of you know a kingdom health coach? How many of you know an autoimmune thyroid health coach? How many of you know a biblical mindset coach? Right? So now, because that's our network. We know that others, like, they just know coaching. They're like, what? There are all those niches of coaches. But what I want you to hear is, in the next few years, everyone's going to know about 2 or 3 coaches. So why this is really good news for us as coaches is because, one, it's going to be much more, it's not going to be like, oh, should I invest in coaching? I don't really know. It's going to be like, oh, you have a coach for that? That's awesome. I have a coach for this. All right. So it's going to become so much more part of the norm. However, we're going to need to differentiate ourselves. And that's part of this conversation today that I want you guys to be grabbing a hold of. I'm so excited for you because I see you doing that. And you probably, like, God is doing for you what you didn't even know you needed, because you need differentiation. And even more so in the years to come, the couple years to come. And God's already positioning you for that with Carrie and with this company. So I just love that. All right. I also wanted to share with you, Carrie and I know a Kingdom Health coach. She did some MLM. She was a practitioner for years. She's actually 70. She's like my idol. I love her because I want to be her. I'm 55. I want to be her when I'm 70, making kingdom impact out there, beautiful freedom lifestyle, creating the life of her dreams, but helping other women along the way. So anyway, I've watched her closely because we kind of peer coach, which, by the way, highly recommend. Accountability partners, highly recommend peer coaching with your coaches. Do every week. We do like 30 minutes for each other. And it's just like, what's that one thing? And when you've got someone that you can really trust, knows your business well, it's just a beautiful touch point. Anyway, side note, accountability, all about it. Okay, so, but what she is doing right now is she's joined an MLM. She's a practitioner. She's got credentials after her name like crazy. But why? Because of the science. And I know your company has science. And because of the company founders. And because of what she can offer to her clients. Her clients right now, when they come on board with her, she puts them on a detox product like that. It's almost like it's not even an option, because she knows how powerful this is going to be. So I just want to cast a little vision for you with this. The other thing I want you to hear in this is, if you look at any doctor, I don't care if they're general practitioner, I don't care if they're eye doctor, I don't care if they're chiropractor, I don't care if they're PT, surgeons, they all, without a doubt, have a sideline of products that they sell. Physical products that they sell. If it's the surgeon, he's got, the face things going on. If it's the chiropractor, he's got a whole cabinet full of stuff. If it's the eye doctor, a whole cabinet full of things for cataracts and inflammation in the eyes. And you know what? Most of them, when you look at surveys, their business could not stay afloat without it. So that residual income, that extra stream of income that you guys have chosen to step into is wisdom, Now, what happens though when we step into something new, we're kind of like, our identity has shifted. We're not really sure what's going on. And that's what I want to just for you to hear is it's normal, right? It's normal. You're not doing anything wrong or feeling anything wrong because you're kind of feeling off balance a little bit. Wait, I was focused on coaching and now I've got this MLL thing going on. I don't know what to do. Okay. So that's normal. What I want, a very simple trick or tip I want to share with you right now though is, as you go along in this kind of unsteady place until you get God, you get on some steadier ground, always be asking yourself this question. Am I not moving because I'm afraid? Or am I not moving because it's wisdom to be waiting? So the difference would be something like this, like, I know I need to be reaching out to some of my coaching clients, but I've got all this stuff going on right now, and I just don't know what's going on, and I'm afraid that they're gonna like misinterpret or they're gonna like, so I'm just not gonna do it. So here, God's given you this coaching business, and you could be working with some clients right now, but you're letting that confusion prevent you from doing what you know you could already do and you could already serve them. So that's usually a sign that, okay, that's fear preventing me. Versus, I don't want to put up my new Facebook group or alter my website just yet, or the things, because I'm not exactly sure what my exact branding message is going to be yet. And so I need to get some more clarity on that before I move forward. Now that's wisdom, right? Now sitting on that for a long time, that probably turns to fear. Okay. So just keep asking yourself, is this wisdom or is this fear that's preventing me? Because we've got to take action. God calls us to take action. And don't you love it? I'm sure you've heard this as coaches, but God can't steer a parked car. And sometimes we sit back and we're like, oh, I'm not going to move, because sometimes it's when you move, then the clarity comes. Not I'm going to sit back and wait for the clarity. Sometimes, okay, I'm going to take a step forward, not every step forward, but I'm going to take a step forward, Lord. And then, oh, you're going to bring some clarity. But if you wouldn't have taken that step forward, you wouldn't have gotten the clarity. It's kind of like, if you're outside and there's some clouds, this is kind of a random analogy, but you move and you step into some sun, and oh, now like things look different. You can see things differently. But if you stay back under that cloud that you were under, you couldn't see what you were going to see when you stepped into it. Okay. Another thing I want you to hear, there's no marketing decision that you can make that's irreversible. You're not, I know I don't want to confuse my clients. I don't want to confuse my brand. I don't know. And all of that is true, but all of that I get. But the truth is, we should all be reinventing our brand as we go along, awakening our brand as we go along, adding to our brand as we go along. So it's totally normal that you're going to step out into something. Now, I confuse my people all the time. The other day I was like, well, Gail, you changed your group name again. I'm like, I know, I'm working on this. And they kind of crack up at me. But I'd rather be moving forward and stepping into, ooh, that didn't work. Or, than just sitting back and not. Because sometimes when you put something new out there, that's when that new energy comes and that new excitement comes around you. All right. And here's the deal too. No client that you're supposed to be working with you is going to leave you because you confuse them. If God wants you working with them, you could stand on your head, and they're still going to work with you. All right. I remember doing a challenge one time and there were all these tech mistakes that I would have been like emails going out and say, we're meeting in half an hour when it was already over. Lovely. Right? Those kind of tech mistakes. And I was so embarrassed about it, but the Lord was like, get over yourself, Gail. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I had an awesome launch that particular time. And I was like, man, They just overlooked it all. God, that was you. That was just you. Okay. Now, one thing that when I was preparing just some comments for you guys, and that was that if you're new to MLM, new to network marketing, new to direct sales, I grew up in the industry. I was in the industry for a long time, had a long run with one direct sales company, and then another shorter but yet long run for industry standards with a network marketing company. So impressed with the network marketing company from a community standpoint, sharing the love, the inspiration, the encouragement. Kind of in my direct sales company, there was some of this. Well, in a lot in the industry, there was some of this like, this is my team. Those are your people. You go do your thing. I'll go do my thing. And that wasn't the way. And I know when I talked to Christine Marie, there's the way their compensation plan is set up. It's everybody wins when you share. And that is so kingdom and so beautiful. So I want you to know, and I can drop this resource somewhere, Carrie. It's a free thing that I give out, but the 5 ways that the industry is founded on biblical principles, because so often we look at, we listen to like the 5 people who say, oh, I had this person who was always pushy in that industry, and we remember, but the truth is there might be 5 of those people, but there are thousands of women who have the biggest hearts. They are servant leaders. They are out there killing it every day, trying to help their team members lift up their families and multiply and create generational wealth and become these crazy, crazy, generous women for the passions that they have and purpose that they have. So much more goodness. So keep your eyes on all the amazing things that God is doing in this industry, and you will be blown away, because what you look for, you find. And you find there are, Heidi Vanderwall of Crown Free, founded a company based on supporting restoration of human trafficking. Mindy Lynn, Damsel in Defense, her horrific story of abuse turned into God's redemptive story of helping women defend themselves and protect themselves. It goes on and on and on, what's going on in this industry. All right. So, all right. As you remember when you were a new believer, and and I shouldn't say new believer, everyday believer, we have to grow in our trust of the Lord, right? Isn't that like our number one thing? Growing our intimacy, growing our trust with him. Well, the same is going to be true of you and your company, your products, your testimonials. So like in your relationship to your company, your industry, with your relationship to growing in your trust of the Lord, because focus on those testimonials in your company. Focus on the science in your company. Focus on those leaders who are kingdom women out there wanting to serve. And you stay focused on that, and that will give you bold courage and reaffirm your decision every day. All right, now getting into this conversation of what do I do, Gail? I'm a coach. I've just joined a network marketing company. How do I do this? So now this is one opinion, one insight from the things that I'm learning and I'm observing of both being a coach and helping my clients who are in the industry. I strongly encourage you to go back to why you joined Carrie. You joined Carrie Olson. And I'm encouraging all of you right now to go get gailroot.com, carrieolson.com, laurawhite.com. Johanna, pronounce it for me.
Button shown.
Batten Joan. Okay, Batten Joan. Go get you'll have no problem getting that.com. Laura White, you might have it. I don't know.
I have one. I got laurawhite360.com worldwide.
I love it. I love it. See, so this is the deal. Why? Now, what the enemy tries to tell you is, oh yeah, I'm making it all about you. No, no, no. The truth is, right here in front of you, looking at Carrie, you wanted to join her. And that is the same experience you want to create for the women that you've been called to serve. Now, what I want you to think about is, I'm going to do a little, and you're going to have the replay for this, but I'm going to do maybe a little story that I think is probably going to be very close to if someone asked you to come on live and talk about what you do right now, or this convergence, right, of your coaching and your health products. So something along the lines of this. I was finding with the clients that I coach. So right now you're establishing yourself as a coach in the first sentence, right? But you're focused on your clients. I was finding with the clients that I coach that they were coming to me because they were, and again, your words, hungry for change in their life, hungry for transformation, hungry for, really ready for not being stuck anymore, whatever line you want to put in there, okay? I was finding with my clients, they were coming to me because they were hungry for transformation. But what we were coming up against often was issues in their physical health. For example, it might have been stress. It might have been not sleeping well, stress that was causing some anxiety. It might have been some weight issues. It might have been some depression issues. So these physical things, what I was finding was preventing them from the transformation they were really hungry for. And I was introduced to a company. I fell in love with the science. I fell in love with the founders. And I knew right away that, and I trusted the people who were getting on board, a young opportunity. And right away, I fell in love with them. And I knew that this could be another tool as a coach in my tool basket that some of my clients may want to take advantage of. So you are laurawhite.com, you are carrieolson.com, you are a coach and you have supplements just like a surgeon, a chiropractor, a health coach, right? So bringing this all together, in my opinion, is far less confusing. And you make the story, it's not like, today I'm going to talk about my supplements. Today I'm going to talk about my coaching. You might be highlighting one or more of those things at times. You might have an offer at times like, oh, it's Black Friday. I've got a really amazing offer. I've got a coaching, I have a supplement, you know, that goes with my coaching program, or today I'm just offering my coaching. But your story is all one. Your story is all one. And I think when they come to laurawhite.360.com, when they come there, they're going to then, oh, look what Laura does. She's got coaching over here. She's got supplements. And why? Her story's right there. This is why. Because here's the deal, guys. Trust me, if you would have told me a year ago that I was going to have a podcast, I would have said, no, I'm not. And then if you said, well, why, Gail? Why are you responding that way? Because there's nothing in here that's excited about that, number one. Number two, nothing in here that's like, I want to go do that. Not at all. I got other things to do. On and on and on. But my coaches were like, I was working with these two guys. That's a whole nother story. And they were like, but Gail, and ultimately what they helped me to see is, could you be reaching more women in direct sales and network marketing who are hungry for wanting to work their business on kingdom values? And right now, their only option is to come into your group. I was like, oh, and the Lord just kept softening my heart about it. So my point is, at laurawhite360.com, you don't know what God's got coming. You may become a speaker that specializes in this. You may be a guest on multiple podcasts. Look what you can do at laurawhite360.com. You can put there's the interview that you did, with someone, or you may have your own podcast one day that's on that website. So it's all, you may write a book one day. You may have an ebook that God, like one day on a Sunday, I sat down and like in 3 hours, I had a book. Do any of you remember Everybody Poops? It was a potty training book. Okay, the Lord literally gave this to me. This was hysterical. I don't really market it much anymore, but I do love it. It is Everybody Sells. And it's like a children's version, an adult version of that exact format of Everybody Poops. And it goes through, the doctor sells, the pastor sells, the nurse sells, like, get over yourself. They're all selling. So it's just a matter of, sales can be sacred when we're doing it with God and we're serving the other person. Anyway, that was a whole thing. So who knows what's going to be at your laurawhite360.com is my point. And by doing that, you're saying, okay, God, I'm trusting, I'm stepping into this. So And just as you guys have followed Carrie, other women are going to want to follow you. You've been called, we were created to lead, and in that leadership, what you're doing is just you're ministering them. You're casting vision for them on a better life, stepping into their kingdom life. So you're going to market your story. And here's something too that the Lord gave me one day. Acts 22:2. When they heard their language being spoken, they paid attention. And so when you tell your story, coaching, why you're called to coaching, why you added this supplement, because you're passionate about the women that you serve. You want them to get the best, and you want to get the best transformation that they get. And you understand that if physically they're suffering or physically, that will block them. And so you wanted them. So that story is what is you're speaking. And then someone's going to be like, she is talking to me. And what we need to know is if we're not sharing that story in her language for the woman that you've been called to serve, she's not going to pay attention, right? Because there's too much noise. There's too much noise. But all right. So, did I go much longer than I'd planned? But I there might be a couple more things on here, but I want to stop. And I just want you guys to ask questions because I know I didn't hit on everything for sure.
I have a question on when you said website. So I'm just at the beginning of this. So I guess Carrie, anybody can answer this question. So do you put your products on your website?
Yeah, good question. And I don't think there's a right or wrong, but your sales will always come from, please hear this. Your sales will always come from one-on-one conversations. Can people click and look? Yes, but really their buying decision is going to come from the fact that they've talked to you, they trust you, they can tell that you actually know what's going on in their health, and you have made a recommendation based on what you've learned that now is, and then you can give them that link. You may have I would encourage, I don't know, it's up to you, but you could have your companies probably have a little teaser video or something, but really what you want is to get that inner, I love it, INNER, the interview. So you're going to actually set up like a conversation with them, find out what's going on in your health, what is working in your health, what is not working in your health and life. And let's talk about, based on what you've told me, this particular snap, aren't they snaps? Mm-hmm. Based on what you've told me, this particular snap, and are there like money back guarantees? Yeah. So this particular snap, money back guarantee, you got nothing to lose. Try this. Others are getting really great results. Or better yet, would you like to hear some testimonials? Oh no, I just want to buy it. Or like to hear some testimonials. Are you ready to buy? I just want to buy it. Or, oh yeah, I'd like to see the testimonials. Great. And then you follow up and then you drop the link. So on your website, yes, I would include information about it, whether it's a link to your, you just don't want to lose them. Sometimes if they can click a link and you don't know they were clicking the link, and then, you know how many times I've clicked somebody's link and I was in the middle of thinking I was buying something and then I didn't because there were 3 other distractions that happened. Sometimes I even think like I'm waiting for the product to come and I never even finished the whole thing. And I thought I did. Like, right. Thank you for not leaving me out here alone. Yeah. Yeah. So they want to talk to you.
Okay. My wheels are turning. My wheels are turning. So thank you for talking about how to marry the two, because of course that was my number one question. Okay, well, how do I do that without confusing people? And I've already made several pivots within my coaching this year, and I didn't want it to be like, oh, she's doing that again, like changing something else, but because my story, I just started the products yesterday, because I said I'm not gonna go all out and enroll people in something I haven't tried myself and don't love, right? Because I need to believe it and be authentic about that. And I have struggled with my health for a decade. And feel like I've tried everything under the sun. And so, I'm just really praying that this is the thing, and that it comes with a business opportunity, and that my story really can be the impetus, to build trust with people, to say, no, that it's not just a testimonial of somebody somewhere that they took a video of.
Yeah.
This is my story, and you know
Yes.
me.
Yes, love that. Love that. I will say I did have a very similar, the network marketing company that I was with was my other company was jewelry. The network marketing company was wellness. And I remember someone who had very seasoned in the industry said to me, and take this with love, Joanna, this is what they said to me. Gail, it's the product's story, not your story. And I was like, because I was waiting to have I needed to have my big testimonial so I could go out and share it. But there already are testimonials. And so trust those, that's that trust those testimonials for now, as you are creating your own.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean that you can't move with the testimonials that are already there.
Yes.
And share those with other people. It's kind of like, why would you make them wait for their benefit? Because you haven't had yours yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great insight. Thank you.
Yeah. But don't mishear me. I completely agree. You will get more passionate and more committed as your physical body is benefited from this. So I'm not trying to push that to the side at all, but don't let that prevent you from starting and moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I wish I would have recorded, and I thought, oh, this is recorded. So I wrote down when you started talking, where you mensed it together. I know Carrie seemed like she was writing like crazy. So share those notes with me. But that's what I wanted, is I wanted that what you had just said is the piece that I need. So I'll go back and listen to it. But.
Yeah. And I could even, I'll put this, hold on. Why I try to do things without my glasses on is beyond me. All right. So
Just
I
claim
don't
it.
know.
I gotta wear the glasses.
They don't come off unless I'm in the bed.
No, they don't come off either for me. Not anymore.
Ever.
No.
Okay. As a coach, my clients hire me because they are hungry for change. But what I see is that often physical issues can prevent them from getting the change that they're working for, because stress, anxiety, autoimmune, sleep issues are keeping them distracted. So when I found this spirit and science-led company, Carrie had, I knew I had to include this as one of the tools I offer to my clients to help accelerate the transformation that they are craving. So that here, I just put that in the chat so you can copy and paste.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I need. Okay, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I'm glad you asked about that, because I had typed it earlier and then I just kind of went from, I wasn't reading. And but yeah, that's better than what I said. So
so awesome. Thank you so much.
Sure. And here's the deal. As you use that, it will become, and as you pray over it, it will become more and more personal, more and more you. And I just want to wrap up with and I know you guys are coaches and I know you're believers. And as you're coming into the industry, I just, as you honor God here and you steward your time well, you keep your priorities, God, if you're married or your most significant relationships, right? God, marriage, family, business, you keep those things in alignment, and you're just going to be blown away by the power of this industry, the power of multiplication in this industry. Because remember, you can look at this as, okay, I'm going to make a transaction. She needs a box of snaps and she's going to give me $100 and I'm going to make $30. I'm just playing. I have no idea what your stuff costs. Okay. So, although I did tell Christine that I wanted to buy some, so I haven't yet. See, she sent me the link and I haven't followed through. So, I'm one of those ones, like if you said to me, Gail, I could send you the link, or if it would be helpful for you, we could do like a little 15-minute Zoom and get it all done. I'd be like, thank you. Yes. Take me onto your website. Here's my credit card. Let's put it in. and I'm all done. Okay. But where were they going with? Oh, so you can remain transactional in this industry. All right. You give me $100, I give you 30 snaps, I make $30, and away we go. But wealth isn't built there. I'm not saying that God is calling you, but wealth is built when you get passionate about helping other women. So when you step into your kingdom assignment, like you have as a coach and here, and you realize that this isn't just about me, this is about helping other women in their health and their wealth. And so when you start to find that success, you attract other women. Now you start making money when you're having date night on the couch on Friday night, and you're making money because it's multiplying, because others are going out because you've trained them. And it's because it's become bigger than you. It's become bigger than just that transaction of $30. It's like, no, the Lord is not about addition. He's about multiplication. But on my own, I don't need the Lord to make my $30 over here, this little transaction. But boy, do I need him to get into multiplication. And that's where he wants us. He wants us dependent on him to grow a business that is going to impact others and families. Wait till you start watching a woman come in, her whole life blows up because she's joining your company. She's providing for her family, her marriage, her life. Things are, then you're like, whoa. It's exciting. It's exciting stuff.
It is. Thank you. I have to say the tiger is the tiger behind you, right? Lion, tiger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like I've seen it before. Did you ever speak on what did you guys say you knew each other from? Pete Vargas or from
Did you watch any of that summit? There was I did a Get Ready to Roar summit. Did you see any of that?
Was
you
that
might have
with,
seen an ad.
Who was that with?
So it was just a summit that I ran, but there were about 28 speakers. Pat Quinn from Advance Your Reach with Pete Vargas. He was one of the speakers. Dr. Brian Simmons.
Okay, I think that's probably what it was, but it had to be like a couple years ago.
Well, this was more recent than that, so I don't know, but maybe you saw. I've done some stuff with, like as a student of Pete's, never like a paying client.
Anyway, I had to say, I just love it. It's very, very beautiful, but it's very stunning. And, I've never seen anything like that except for that one time. And I'm just trying to remember.
Well, Eric Skeldon, is, he's a 100Xer and he's doing all that NFT stuff. It's like over my head. But anyway, he's doing all that. He's gotten into Hollywood and making movies with this stuff. It's unbelievable what they're doing. Anyway, that's where I got it from him. Because he started in like digital marketing, and you can get it on Black. I bought a coffee cup. You can get a T-shirt. So
what's his last name? Eric what?
Skeldon. Let me find him so I make sure I'm telling you the right person.
It might have been that. I don't know, but I just think it's stunning. Beautiful. Sorry, don't want me to take your time, but it's just striking. It's like beautiful.
Yeah, it is Skeldon. Yeah, he's a father of 5 girls. He's awesome.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carrie.
Any questions or any clarifying, Carrie? Anything that you want to highlight to your girls that?
Really helpful to me too. About the convergence and bringing it together and how to tell our story and talk about it in a way that even feels better for my heart and my soul, and then putting it out there. I need to feel in integrity with everything that I'm doing, but I love even just this little snippet of here's how to start this story, and that does feel really good. So
I love how you just said start this story, because and like I said, it's going to evolve for each of you, and it's going to become personal for each of you, and you'll tweak it, and don't be as you're moving through this, just as you have as a coach, you're never going to be like, oh, this is perfect, I'm going to stay right here. It's, like people say, like, stay in your lane. Well, yeah, that's good. Stay in your lane. But you know what? God sometimes switches our lanes and brings new things. And so we don't want to be like, oh, I'm finally in my lane, Lord, don't move me. Over here in this lane might be the acceleration and this new opportunity he wants to bring you. And so you guys, I'm proud of you because you're just being open and you're saying, okay, God, here we go. What's this going to be all about? What's this going to look like? And he's going to keep steering you and guiding you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I've taken enough of your time and I'm excited for you. I look forward to getting updates, Carrie, on how things are going.
And Gail's got a great community. How can we stay in touch with you, Gail?
All right, so I have a podcast, Kingdom Dream Chasers. It is it's for women of faith who are called to lead in direct sales and network marketing. And it's called Kingdom Dream Chasers. My group also is called Kingdom Dream Chasers with Gail Root. It's a Facebook group. I do, this is fun, you guys. We're starting Monday, speed networking. And so you'll find the schedule in there, but it's going to be on Zoom. You're going to be put into breakout rooms and I'm going to coach you on, it's going to be on exactly what to say and not to say during your time together and how to just, I think I had a little tagline was, this is where kingdom collaborations will be born so that you guys can start collaborating with each other across companies and sharing with each other. And how can we lift each other up? How can we pray for each other? You know, so that's one fun thing. And there's all kinds of things in there, but.
So I was, the Facebook, this is where you're going to have this one. This is called Kingdom Dreamer Chaser Facebook.
Just Kingdom Dream Chasers is the Facebook group. I think it's Kingdom Dream. There's a Kingdom Dream Chasers membership, which is my paid stuff, but Kingdom Dream Chasers with Gail Root is free.
Okay.
So you can come over in there.
Okay. Thank you.
But I put this in the chat.
I think I just friend you, so I think that's you.
Perfect. Yeah, my maiden name. That's another thing. See, just recently, as I was talking to Carrie and saying, you know, carrieolson.com, gailroot.com, like, and then I looked at my Facebook name. I'm like, is it time to lose my maiden name? You know, is it time to lose my maiden name on Facebook? It probably is. Well, my dad had 5 daughters, so I feel like he's 89. He's still around. So I feel like I'm like keeping him, you know, with Gagliardi there. But anyway, I'll work on that. I'll pray about that. At some point, maybe it's going to be time to ditch the Gagliardi.
Yeah, there is a Kingdom Dream Chasers membership and then Kingdom Dream Chasers. That's yours.
Yes, ma'am.
Kind of. Okay, cool. All right. Awesome. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you for your wisdom. We all love to hear wisdom, and that we're all faith-based is phenomenal.
Yes. Yes. And you will find, remember, in the industry, you're going to find what you're looking for. You'll find lots of kingdom women in the industry, and it just bolsters your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's called Extraordinary Women Entrepreneurs, but I keep wanting to change it. And so I just added some other stuff to my course. And so I need to go back in the Facebook and change it to Extraordinary Kingdom Women Entrepreneurs. I have it on the banner, but I don't have it on the name thing. But anyway, I'm all about kingdom. Is Christian or kingdom? Christian. So
yeah. I know. Because there's a lot of women around me that don't necessarily identify kingdom. As a matter of fact, one of them from my old company, she called a friend of ours when I put it out there, because it was Kingdom Solutions at first for women of faith and network marketing. And she said, is Gail a Jehovah's Witness now?
Oh, seriously?
Oh,
It was Kingdom Hall. That was her only reference.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, believe me, I try at least once a month to tell I call it my Christian to Kingdom conversion.
Mm-hmm.
And even that can maybe be confusing for people, but I'm just trying to say the mindset, what my Christian mindset was, and now what my kingdom mindset is, you know?
Right. I know.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you do. It's, you know.
Right. We're always evolving and growing and changing, and yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Gail.
You're so welcome,
Thank you,
guys. Have a beautiful rest of your week and weekend. And I'm looking forward to watching what's going on with the snaps.
All right. Awesome. Carrie, you staying on, or are you talking to Gail and I'll catch up with you later?
I can stay on.
Yeah, you guys stay on. I'm hopping off.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Carrie.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Carrie.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
The reason I didn't want to take any time away from you, I could book another